You're listening to the Holistic Spaces podcast brought to you by Mindful Design Feng Shui School, episode 180 Fruit, Symbolism, and Feng Shui. Welcome to episode 180 of the Holistic Spaces podcast, where we hope to inspire, educate, and empower you to create your own holistic spaces that nurture and resonate with you. Angie Cho and Laura Morris are the founders of the Mindful Design Feng Shui School. We teach Feng Shui online at mindfuldesignschool.com. Check us out. Be sure to sign up for our mailing list. We have free special workshops, special classes, and different opportunities that are only available to our newsletter subscribers. Even recently, we had a free class that we opened up to our newsletter subscribers, and we will also have another free Feng Shui Basics 5-week free class coming up. So be sure to sign up. Go to mindfuldesignschool.com, scroll to the bottom, and you can sign up for a mailing list there. And always check your spam folder in case it's going to spam. So, Laura, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I was just at the dentist, so I might not be speaking very
Mouth is
well, but I'll
frozen.
do my best.
Okay. You sound good.
So, today we're going to talk about feng shui and fruit. I think this is really timely since we're also here in the summer in the Northern Hemisphere, and it's a time when fruit comes into ripeness, and we have, I was going to say fruit comes into fruition, but like I just got some cherries and ripe strawberries, and it's a really great time to consume fruit and have fruit around you. And fruit is a very meaningful symbol that is used in feng shui. And, feng shui is an ancient Chinese wisdom that uses symbols, especially from nature, to bring more meaning into our world. And so, fruit was very valuable in ancient times when feng shui was developed. Even when I talked to my mom before she immigrated here to the US, she was saying, fruit was very rare. So fruit was available to the wealthy, and unique fruits were, that sweetness isn't that common in nature, so it's very much valued. And then there's also this idea of fruit bearing seeds, because most plants that bear fruit, that's how they propagate. So they're connected with longevity because a plant can propagate and continue on based on how their fruit and their seeds are dispersed, how sweet their fruit is, how attractive their fruit is. So it's also related to beauty and attraction, as well as fertility, right?
Hmm. Yep.
And then there's that sweetness of life.
Yes.
So we rounded up
Five.
five
Yeah.
that we thought would be great to talk about. We're going to talk about oranges, lemons, pomegranate, apples, and peach.
Hmm.
So, Laura, do you want to add anything else about the fruit imagery?
No, I think we selected the big five. You'll see that three can often, I think the five that are most prevalent in um in Asian and Chinese imagery and symbolistic, in paintings and stories, and of course in feng shui. So these are the ones that we felt were the most, also the ones that you can use the most easily in your own home, because we're going to talk about that.
Yes, and with symbols in general, from a feng shui perspective, how do you include them into your feng shui? You can bring them as images into your home, like as such as art, um, as objects, or you could bring the actual fruit into your home. And you can also have depictions of the fruit or carry the fruit with you. So there's, or have the fruit growing in your
Hmm.
garden. So there's lots of different ways to incorporate. But the easiest thing would probably be to bring in a piece of artwork. However, it doesn't have to be an Asian style, it could be
Right.
any style because the symbolism and your intention carries through. So,
Yes.
yeah,
So
so let's
you,
get, hmm.
yeah, you want to start with oranges?
Yeah, let's start with the oranges. So, we've talked a lot about oranges in the past, and oranges are one of the fruits that we use quite often in feng shui. And like on at the Holistic Spaces store, we sell orange essential oil mist, and I'm even going to start selling a smudge bundle with dried oranges, and we teach our students different space clearing techniques using fresh oranges, dried orange peel. And orange is just a really auspicious, young, bright fruit to bring into your home. And you might have seen us suggest to bring in a bowl of 9 fresh oranges into your home to lift the chi, to lift the energy in your space. And it's very yang, meaning it has a lot of active energy. And it's like the energy of the sun at high noon. It's very bright. And even when you think about oranges, like you could just imagine peeling an orange, that smell is so uplifting. And you can add orange or citrus to any kind of meal to brighten it up. So oranges are very powerful, and then they also have the color of gold and the shape of gold coins. So in feng shui, it's likened to wealth and prosperity because of its appearance, that it looks like gold coins.
Hmm.
And our teachers also taught that oranges can bring in good luck. They can protect from difficult energy because they can actually be used to clear spaces because the energy of oranges, especially orange peels, are so bright, and it welcomes in auspiciousness. And you can use oranges for protection by just carrying orange peels with you and eating fresh oranges or smelling fresh orange peel to clear your energy if you're feeling stagnant, if you're feeling a little bit run down or overwhelmed. So even like if you're going to go to a funeral, we might recommend to our students or to our clients to carry like some orange peel with you to lift the chi for some protection. And one of our favorite ways to use it is in a bath. I love taking baths, and you can take the peels from an orange and place them in your bath water and infuse your bath with this protective and yang and prosperous energy.
Hmm. The next fruit that we will be talking about are lemons. And lemons are a fruit that is associated with their sour, obviously their sour flavor, they're pungent. And because of this, um, in um, in Chinese culture, they're also connected with symbolizing the stimulation of spirit. So they're stimulating, they're acerbic, and that sort of gets you going, it lifts you. Again, the idea of lifting the chi. So citrus overall has the ability to lift, to clear, the cleansing scent, using it in your home. There's a reason why you use lemons to clean, because they cut through heavy grease and heavy dirt, and they also do the same energetically as well. So lemons have this stimulating energy that we can bring into our home. You can make your own non-toxic cleaner for your stove, and the stove symbolizes wealth, so you can lift the energy of your stove using either the oil from the skins, or just simply taking some distilled water and vinegar, putting in some lemon peels, letting it soak for a couple days to let the lemon oil and juices sort of seep in, and then use that to clean. Also, lemons are yellow, and yellow when we first see it, it makes us feel happy because it sort of brings to mind sunshine, but it also connects with the earth element in Feng Shui. And the earth element is grounding energy. It's very nurturing. So you can use lemons. You take a bowl of lemons, you could have imagery of a bowl of lemons or a lemon tree, and you can place that in the center of your home, because the center of your home is the Tai Chi in the Bagua, and that is connected with the earth element, and the color is yellow for that area. So lemons are a way that you could activate the center of your home. And, if you're putting in a bowl of lemons, you want to be using those lemons. Obviously, don't want them to sit there and rot. You could even use maybe, really realistic looking artificial lemons, or again, imagery works too, or a lemon tree as well. They'll need a lot of light. That's all. So those are my lemon
What about a
tips.
lemonade stand? Does that
Yeah.
count?
Put it in the center of your lemonade stand in the center, a big thing of lemonades.
Yes. Oh, well, or drinking lemonade.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's very acidic, but yes, if you make up, I think with all of these, fruits, obviously you can use them in your space, but then you can also eat them and use them in cooking. And the same energy is being used. And especially, every time we do these things, you could just use lemons and whatever you're using lemons. But if you set the intention that you want to cook with something because you want to have more stimulating chi, you want to bring that you want to lift your chi, then that's what makes the difference. So just remember, really be clear on your intention.
Yes. So let's move on to pomegranate. Pomegranate was one of my favorite fruits growing up, actually. Pomegranates and persimmons.
Mm-hmm.
And I think persimmons are pretty Asian, but in any case, pomegranates are these beautiful red globe-like fruits with many, 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 many seeds, right? So I think everyone can remember opening up a pomegranate and seeing just like all those little garnet jewel seeds glistening in there, and one of my favorites. So because of that intense amount of seeds that a pomegranate offers, the pomegranate fruit has come to represent fertility. They bring in this energy of production, or being productive, or being prolific, because many seeds symbolize many children. And in ancient times, that was really crucial for a family, because it wasn't so easy to have children. It still isn't so easy, but there could be a lot of illness. You could lose children, and you needed to have a great amount of descendants to carry on your legacy, but also to work your land and create more wealth for you. So pomegranates also represent wealth. And in our modern times, we don't usually have like quite as many children. However, fertility still is something that people really have trouble with and desire in a very literal way. Like, people want to improve their fertility to have children. But there's also this level of fertility in terms of like applying yourself to having a great amount of offspring in terms of projects, ideas, what you create in the world, your energy. And so this offspring or this fertility just doesn't have to do with having children, but it could be having like a great amount of legacy that you leave in the world, creating a lot of good energy, creating projects that make sense, finishing projects. And so pomegranate, like the image or the fruit, can be used to invite all of these different things into your life. fertility, good luck, prosperity, success, energy. And then that vibrant red color is also related to the fire element, which is about vitality, health. And, most people know that pomegranates are a superfood. So this rich red color is the color of blood. So it kind of represents this vitality and the fire energy that you need to create success, to create a legacy, to create more for the future. So, how to use pomegranate in your home? If you want to increase fertility, you can place images of pomegranates in your bedroom or in the children area. And you can also use the pomegranate for a fertility of great ideas and creative output into the world by placing pomegranates either in your bedroom or in your office.
The next fruit is apples. So apples have been across many cultures, and they represent generally beauty, fertility as well. And in Chinese culture, there's a homonym, and it sounds like the word level or even or safe. So it's connected with safety and peace. So apples have represent in Chinese culture, they represent peace, harmony, pleasure, things going well, and contentment. So having apples in the home, for us, in Western culture, apples are associated with health, with, they're good, really good for you to eat. I mean, they are one fruit that you can eat and they have so much fiber. They really help reset your body. They're delicious. So they have that sweetness of life again. And if you were going to use them in your home to bring in that peace and that contentment, you can bring in a bowl or always have sort of on hand. And a great way to do that is have a bowl on the counter of your kitchen or somewhere in your kitchen that your family can eat. And because, I don't know if other people's families like this, but mine is if it's out and people see it, then they remember it and then they eat it. If it's buried in the back of your fridge in your fruit drawer, no one's going to eat it, right? So you clean them, you put them out. You can also pick the color you want to have. There's red apples, which would be, again, that really auspicious red fire color, or you can do, a yellow, kind of that yellow, golden delicious, I think it's called, the yellow, and that gives you that nurturing, more earthy, or green, having the Granny Smith apples, those really tart, gives you that wood, that sort of more vitality. So you can play with color with the apples, but the intention could be that you're bringing more peace and harmony, a peaceful life and contented life for your family, be able to share that bowl of apples, and putting it right in the kitchen, sort of the heart of what everything's going on in your life and the family, is a great place for it.
And lastly, we have our fifth fruit that we'll chat about today, and this is the peach. And I love peaches too. One of my favorite snacks when I was growing up was also peaches. I'd always get peaches and cream, like oatmeal, peach ice cream, peach, I don't know, everything. I liked peaches a lot. Peach yogurt. So peach is a fruit that you may have heard about from Chinese medicine or Chinese astrology or Feng Shui, something called peach blossom luck. And peach blossom luck is a sort of magnetism and charm that one can embody depending on the year or depending on your own astrology. And in Feng Shui, we look at peach blossom luck as this color of peach, which is a little bit of pink and a little bit of coral. That color is related to attracting a romantic relationship, attracting romantic opportunities, having a lot of magnetism in terms of attracting romance into your life. And it can also be like just a magnetism in terms of attracting people wanting to be around you. So peach has this quality of charm and friendship and beauty and connection. And there's also this idea that peach is connected to longevity. And
Yeah.
Laura, you want to talk about
Yeah.
that
Peaches
story?
are also, yeah. So peaches are also mythically as well connected in Chinese culture to longevity and long life, and the story of the Queen Mother of the West, who is married to the Jade Emperor. She tends to her orchard of the peaches of immortality in their palace gardens. So these peaches grant long life. So that myth and that belief has given peaches the symbolism, when you include it in art or imagery, that it is bringing in that concept of longevity, long life, and being able to, again, pass on, having ancestors and descendants through on. And a tip, sort of how to use, you could use all three of these. So apples, pomegranates, and peaches are all very auspicious in Chinese culture and in Asian culture. And when you can often find motifs of all three of them being used. So, and the reason is because you when you combine them, you invite good luck with the descendants, with the pomegranate, you invite peace with the apple, and then long life with the peach. And so if you can place, if do a medley of a fruit bowl, or hey, you can make just a fruit salad. There you go. Make your long life peace descendant good luck salad. You could call it fruit salad. And or you can, again, find artwork that includes these images, and you can place it anywhere in the home that you want to. You can pick any area that works, or you could choose the center of a room or the center of your home overall, because that's again, that reverberates, the center reverberates into the entire home as well.
Yeah, and one more thing about peach is that color again, which is somewhere between pink and coral. It has to be like really a peach. Peach painting your bedroom peach or wearing peach could help you to attract a partner.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as you meet your partner, you should change the color of your room, or else you'll just keep attracting more partners. So those are our 5 feng shui fruits, and we hope that you will bring some ripe, beautiful, sweet fruits into your home to sweeten your feng shui and to bring in all these different elements and play with it and tell us what you think. So thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Holistic Spaces podcast. You can tune in every Monday for a new podcast episode. If you like our podcast, please share it with others. Give us a good rating, leave a review, subscribe, and please be sure to sign up for our mailing list at mindfuldesignschool.com. We have special classes and workshops and offerings that are only available to our newsletter subscribers. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next week.